Well, you don't look like one of the drowned. There's life in you yet. Aboard the ship during that storm, were you? You're fortunate to be alive, but such is the magic of this place, Eternum. Indeed, and it is where we will remain. One can evade death for centuries on this island, but leaving is difficult, if not impossible. I am Watcher Tahir Fayed, from a nearby settlement of Windsward. And you are? It is nice to make your acquaintance. As desperate as your situation may seem, almost everyone here arrived under similar circumstances. The storm that wrecked your ship was caused by an unnatural force known here as corruption. It encircles the island, smashing ships and leaving the crew either dead or worse. Ah, well, you see, you seem to have died and been resurrected unharmed. It appears the rest of your crew came back without their souls. They wander the beach now as the restless drowned. Yes. The merciful thing is to at least attempt to put them to rest. And that is part of the reason I am here. It would be better if you could do it, however. I need to stay here for others like you. There now. I hope that wasn't too difficult. Some have trouble confronting the soulless ones. They're a reminder of the fate that could await us all on this island. Of course. I imagine you're quite famished after your ordeal at sea. I did not bring any rations with me, but you can provide for yourself. Gather flint and wood and fashion yourself a skinning knife, for starters. Wood's easy enough to gather from bushes around here. Flint, those are rocks on the beach that everyone trips over. Gather some of each, then use the campfire to craft a skinning knife. Well done, my friend. It may not be a handsome implement, but it will get the job done. Next, you will want to go on a little boar hunt. You've been at sail for some time. How does a boar steak sound? Take down one of the boars in the brush behind me and put your new knife to the test. Then cook yourself a little campfire feast. Careful. Those boars can put up quite a fight. I can assure you that your reward will be a fine meal, however. I can assure you that your reward will be a fine meal, however. Nicely done. It may seem simple enough, but both boar hunting and preparing your own food are important skills to have here in Eternum. A full belly goes a long way. This beach is not a hospitable place, but you're welcome to visit the Windsward settlement. After we are done here, of course. Your ship was just one of several claimed by corruption on this day. The Windsward settlement keeps track of all wrecks on this shore. I was hoping you could help collect the records from whatever remains of these ships. Ah, well done. These records serve as both an archive and a memorial of sorts. It's one way the people of Windsward can still keep a connection to the old world. Unfortunately, the lost are the least of our problem. That storm was the worst I've ever seen. I fear some remnant of corruption remains in this area. We must try. If some poor wretch nearby has fallen into corruption, it will spread rapidly. The corruption would likely be at the settlement walls within a matter of days. We cannot permit that. I hoped you might volunteer, though I have some misgivings about sending a new arrival. I suspect the corruption may be lingering in a nearby sea cave. Check there, but be cautious. Well now, someone has proven themselves quite capable this day. To face down corruption and survive without falling to corruption oneself is quite a feat. Purging the corruption in the sea cave has undoubtedly dealt with the immediate threat. But the fact it spread to shore at all is still a serious cause for concern. Only to prepare for the day when it returns once again. The great storm preceding your arrival was a sign that conditions will soon get worse. The Windsward settlement must be warned. Yes, and take a well-deserved rest at the inn as well, I hope. Go west to the settlement and give this message to Overseer Dotti. He knows to expect it. Oh, and thank you.
Greetings and well met, traveler. You look to be healthy and fresh. We're glad to have you. Have yourself a pint of mead at the tavern. Have two. Ha ha! Windsward is a bountiful territory, and you are welcome here. Oh, bother. I knew this was coming to cast a pall over the day. Very well, let's see it. Yes, the corruption's getting worse, we're all doomed, etc., etc. Ha! It's never good news, is it? Shattered Mountain started spewing corruption again, too. It's gonna be a long day. Should have listened to that old fool years ago. Oh well, bygones. Some old hermit came through here decades ago, raving about corruption. Guess he knew something. Heard he went toward Monarch's Bluffs. Keep an eye out for him if you're ever off that way. Yes, the Shattered Mountain. Luckily it's across the island, but it clearly means corruption is spreading. Watcher Fayed's report only reinforces that. I trust you are the one he mentions here. Oh, you're quite a hero by Tahir's account. Oh, so let the corruption come, I say. We'll eat it for lunch. Make yourself at home in Windsward, my new friend. Take this message to Magistrate Karsattin, and then knock one back in the tavern. You've earned it.
Hello there, and welcome to Windsward. We're always pleased to welcome a guest, or even a new resident. I see that message in your hand. Is that the report from Watcher Fayed? If it's true that corruption is spreading rapidly now, then we must prepare. But there's no need to rush. We will take this one step at a time. Plenty, I'm sure. But for the moment, you should take care of yourself. You must be exhausted. Go and check in at the inn. Explore the town. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here.
Welcome to the Southern Breeze. May a gentle wind always guide you home. Do you wish to check in? We'd be happy to have you.
Oh, that was much faster than I expected. Don't even try to tell me you actually rested. But you're an adult. You can decide when and where to make yourself at home. You are now officially a resident of Windsward, whether that is temporary or not. And that means you should become acquainted with the settlement. I would suggest you start by visiting the trading post. Then check out the storage space I've made available for you as well. After that, I suppose we'll put you to work. That was easy enough, wasn't it? Feel free to store anything you like here in Windsward. We will keep it safe. We always welcome any trading goods as well. I strongly suspect that it will have something to do with drinking or preparing for battle. He's asked to see you. I would ask you to try to keep him in line, but I think it would be a wasted effort.
Ah, there you are! It's time for us to get to work, my friend. The Windsward settlement won't defend itself, you know. And you and I, we're going to make a great team. I've decided to start amassing resources, supplies, anything we could possibly need. When the corruption comes, we'll be good and ready for it. Ah, that's the spirit. Let's start with raw materials. Wood, stone, and rawhide. Gather what you can, and then get it all refined at one of our workshops. It's good, honest work. Yes, I wish I could go with you. Now then, we're starting to really stock up on some supplies here, aren't we? You can never have too much, I say. And that goes for everything. From now on, we'll be posting any supply requests to the town board. Visit the board, or just come talk to me. And if you want to take something on, go for it. Ah, see now, there's a true warrior. Building supplies are one thing, but steel and leather, blades and plate, that's the real deal. Yes, indeed, my friend. We should get Artificer Kotherin to fire up the forges straight away. Perfect, perfect. Sandris is one of the finest smiths in all Eternum. I'm sure the two of you will get along smashingly. Get those forges fired up! Talk to Sandris. He'll be milling about down there by the forge, if he's not already hard at work, I'm sure.
Hello there. You must be this new hero Doty's been talking about. He cannot stop talking about you. And I mean that quite literally. At any rate, he said he'd send you my way, and, well, here you are. Well, Miklos means well, to be sure. He's just... well, he's more of a talker than a doer. Which suits me just fine, however, as I am exactly the opposite. Yes, he says it quite frequently, apparently oblivious to the fact that I always keep the fires lit. At any rate, what say we start simple? Try your hand at forging just an iron sword. I'll give you the ore. Alright, let's see your handiwork here. Impressive. Quite impressive. Either you've done this before or you've got quite a knack for it. I should hope I'll see you around the forge often then. You're welcome to use it any time. Skills like yours shouldn't go to waste. Oh, before you go wandering off, you should meet Survivalist Karsattin. While dying isn't necessarily permanent on Eternum, it can be quite painful. She can offer insight on avoiding it. Oh, the kind that keep you from freezing, or starving to death out in the wilds. Being alive and frozen solid is particularly unpleasant. Talk to Karsattin. It's rare that she's actually here.
Uh-oh. Here comes another tourist. I'm just about over everyone in this settlement expecting me to keep them safe. It's not my job. Look, I hate to be harsh, but survival is not always a given here. Whether outside or in, people do die, or worse. Become corrupted, lost. None of us get a free pass. With all this talk about corruption spreading, it sounds to me like being safe is a thing of the past. I mean, what do you do if this settlement gets overrun by corrupted? And then you'll really be in the thick of it. I mean, maybe you got what it takes, maybe not. Fine, let's find out. How about you head out there, make camp, and do some hunting at some of the local wolf dens? Well now, someone's strutting in here like they've proven something. I guess maybe you're a survivor after all. All right. I'll offer you one tip no one ever seems to remember. Your camp is your real home. Set it somewhere so that if you do die, you're not too far from camp. Ah, well, I got plenty to share. Maybe when I trust you more. Meantime, Magistrate Karsattin was looking for you. You should go see what she wants. Oh, and hey, watch your back out there.
Well, it seems you've been getting acquainted with some of the settlement's more colorful characters. I hope no one's gone so far as to be offensive. Miklos has only been here a few years. He's still got that old-world cavalier attitude about things. You seem more reasonable, however. Perhaps you could help me with something. If we mean to defend the settlement, we must acknowledge that the factions are our best bet. You should speak with the Marauders, the Covenant, and the Syndicate, and decide with whom you'd like to cast your lot.
So you seek an audience with yours truly? What subject do you fancy? Astrology, numerology, alchemy, or any of the other sciences for that matter? We are the only ones here who have the acuity to unravel the mysteries of this place. We will learn the secrets of Azoth and its power, and usher in a new era of prosperity for all.
Glad to meet you. What can I do for you? Aye, the spark is what gives you life. It's the mover within ye, the purpose, the beliefs that rise you from your bed every morn. The Covenant are the stewards of the spark and of the poor souls who wander in darkness.
You think you are the stuff of marauders? Do not underestimate us. Our path demands sacrifice. We are the strongest of the strong. Where others hesitate, we charge headfirst into the fray. A marauder is rewarded not only in gold, but in the glory of each victory.
Meet with each of the three factions, and decide which you have the most trust in. I sympathize with your hesitation. The factions can sometimes be a headache here. But I cannot dispute the fact that they have become extremely influential, both here in Windsward and all over Eternum.